Defense attorney Randall Levine joining us now. And Randall, you're not directly tied to this case, but you've been following it very closely. What was your initial reaction to the decision not to retry former Grand Rapids police officer Christopher Schurr?
I'm actually not surprised by his decision based on what became known as an overwhelming feeling of the jury for acquittal.
So why do you believe the prosecution made this decision?
I think that the government and the defense had an opportunity to talk to jurors, and I think that the jury heard the entire case, and based on the evidence, they were unable to come to a verdict, and the overwhelming sentiment in that jury room was for a verdict of not guilty. And so the likelihood is that either that would occur again or Mr. Schurr was likely to be acquitted. And I think the prosecutor took that into consideration in making the decision not to retry him.
Randall, as you know, this case was in the national spotlight. How is the outcome in this case unique from what you've seen or experienced in the past?
Well, every case is unique. This is one of those cases where you had a white police officer who ultimately took the life of a black motorist during a confrontation. So these cases have occurred across the country, and I think it speaks volumes to the need, perhaps, for some fundamental changes in the way we police our citizenry. I'm not suggesting that in this case the verdict was, or I'm sorry, the mistrial in this case was not warranted. All I'm saying is that this was a tough case, both for the government and the defense. And in a criminal case, a verdict must be unanimous. And I think the prosecuting attorney recognized that the likelihood of him getting a group of 12 citizens of Grand Rapids to be unanimous about a conviction based on the facts of this case was unlikely.
Tonight, a rally will be held in support of the Lioya family. What are the next steps, if any, for the family of Patrick Lioya?
Well, they have a civil lawsuit. You know, this, you may recall many years ago, O.J. Simpson was tried and acquitted. And then there was a civil case against him. There's a civil case pending now. In a civil case where liberty is not involved, but it's a question of compensation, you don't need unanimity. Your burden of proof is not beyond a reasonable doubt. It's only by a preponderance. So it's the standard is a lot lesser in a civil case, and I expect the civil case will go forward, and I would not be surprised whether it settles for a significant amount of damage.
Defense attorney Randall Levine, we thank you so much for your time and expertise weighing in on this high-profile case.
Thank you.
Thank you.